Hello, welcome to Levant TV headlines. Hezbollah fighters have captured 2 hilltops in Syria's southwestern Quneitra province from Al-Qaeda's Syria wing Al-Nusra front and have killed dozens of enemy combatants. General Qassem Soleimani, the chief of an elite unit of Iran's Revolutionary Guards, has accused the US of having no will to stop the Islamic State group after the fall of the Iraqi city of Ramadi. United Nations envoy Sigrid Kaag has urged Lebanon's feuding political leaders to pick a new president, warning that the country's year-long power vacuum had undermined its ability to deal with the impact of the Syrian crisis and a host of other problems. Army chiefs of staff of Arab countries have drafted a protocol for a new joint force to intervene in Middle East hotspots on missions ranging from fighting Islamic militants to Iran-backed groups, despite lingering disagreements on some detail, including whether to base the force's headquarters. Former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Olmert has been sentenced to 8 months in prison for corruption, the latest legal blow in a spectacular fall from grace. Now let's have a look at the top Middle East headlines in newspapers over there. Starting from Lebanon, the Daily Star leads reporting that the country has reiterated its right to liberate the remaining villages still occupied by Israel since the 1967 Arab-Israeli War. The paper also reports that Hezbollah fighters have captured more territory in Syria's Kalamoun mountains, 3 weeks into an offensive to oust jihadis from the rugged border region. From the UAE, the Khalij Times leads reporting that Daesh fighters have executed at least 400 people in Palmyra since capturing the ancient Syrian city 4 days ago. The paper also reports that the Gulf Cooperation Council has rejected claims a US-led coalition air campaign against the Daesh group has failed following advances by militants in Syria and Iraq. The Egypt Independent leads reporting that Osama Morsi, son of the toppled Islamist President Mohammed Morsi, said his father urged resuming the revolution without turning back during their 15-minute meeting on Saturday upon end of the first trial session over charges of insulting the judiciary. The paper also reports that armed forces have destroyed 521 tunnel openings on the borders with Gaza, north of Sinai, over the past 6 months. Now let's have a look at papers seen in London. The Telegraph reports that Iran has accused the US of having no will to stop the Islamic State, underscoring tensions in the alliance of international powers that has mobilized against the group in Iraq. General Qassem Soleimani, the head of an elite unit in Iran's Revolutionary Guards, says the US did not do a damn thing to stop ISIS seizing the Iraqi city of Ramadi earlier this month. The Independent reports that Saudi Arabia's King Salman has vowed to track down and punish those responsible for a suicide bombing at the Shia mosque in the country's east, which left 21 people dead. In a message to Crown Prince Mohammed bin Nayef, Saudi Arabia's interior minister, the king said he was, quote, pained by the enormity of the crime and pledged to hold those responsible for the attack to account. Also from London, The Guardian leads its Middle East news section reporting that a Tunisian soldier has reopened fire on colleagues at a military base in the capital Tunis, killing an officer and 2 others and wounding 15 more before being shot dead himself. It was not immediately clear what had triggered the shooting at the Bushbusha base in Tunis, but it alarmed the city, still already on edge after an attack in March by Islamic gunmen on the Bardo National Museum. Now let's have a look at international papers. Germany's Deutsche Welle reports that senior Yemeni politicians say that a United Nations peace conference aimed at ending a bloody civil war sparked by a Shiite Houthi rebellion has been indefinitely postponed. The officials from various parties, speaking on condition of anonymity, said that no new date had been set for the talks, which had been scheduled to take place on Thursday in Geneva. And the International New York Times reports that Defense Secretary Ashton Carter says that Iraqi forces had demonstrated no will to fight against the Islamic State, blaming them for a retreat that led to the terrorist group's victory in capturing the Iraqi city of Ramadi. That was it for today's headlines. For more updates, please visit levant.tv. Thanks for watching and bye for now.